One of the interesting things about you that I think shouldn't be interesting, but is the fact that you are somebody who's expected to think a certain way and live a certain way based off of your own personal choices in life. But you go against that grain and you challenge the very, I would say, I hate these stupid words, but I'm just going by, if you track with me
say whatever
here,
you want to say, Elijah.
No, I'm saying I hate these words because this is all so leftist and bullshit and stupid.
I know, it's playing by their words.
But I'm just going in this, right? So it's like you have this transgender, person, and they're supposed to think this way and stuff, and you come out and go, you know what? No. In this trans community, or whatever you want to call it, a lot of these people are weird, and there's actually even like predators, and people are pushing this on children, and this is different, and you've come out and said, you know what? We don't need to be silent on this issue and blindly accept everyone, and it's specifically everybody who's non-binary and trans is not a hero. You're not revolutionary. You're not brave. Some of these people are weird, and they're sickos, and they're strange, like that one guy from Queer Eye, what's his name, where he's friends with them? The one...
Alok.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, what a freak.
I'm just saying, you went against this and proving that there is this force in things to push you to accept a certain narrative and to push that. And you come out and go, look, maybe I live out some of these things these other people do, but I see the world differently than they do.
Well, you said go against the grain, and I want to be very clear that it's not like it's intentional. Like all I've done since the beginning of my channel and since meeting you guys and being public in the way that I am has just been calling it as I see it. And it's unfortunate that that's seen as being a contrarian or going against the grain. But what's shocking is, like with all minorities, this is what the left does to all minorities, which is try to instruct them how to think, try to instruct them what they need to believe in. But it's like, it's so funny to me because the internet will have you thinking that the entirety of the trans community is against me, right? Because I'm calling out these people, Jessica and Eve, Alok, whatever, and talking about sort of the unscientific aspects of what the ideology tries to push out there, which is oftentimes not actually by trans people. It's by people on behalf of us who think that they're helping us, like promoting things like biological sex doesn't exist, which actually makes us look crazy. But it's funny. Like I said, the internet will have you thinking I'm like the black sheep of the trans community. Everyone in it hates me. If I'm put in an LGBT bar, a gay bar, a trans bar, whatever, I can't walk more than 2 feet without people saying, thank you so much. I could never say what you say, but I agree. I would never admit it, but I agree. And that's what's frustrating, is sometimes feeling like I am the only one. Unfortunately, has the right been amazing on LGBT issues? No. And I think that that's what's led people within my community to feel like, okay, so say I speak out and say I do what Blaire does, because that's how I feel. Do I actually have friends on the right? Do I actually want to compromise my entire social circle on the left? So it's like this thing, but I guess I've never been one for groups. I mean, just like I said before, it's like, it's about freedom or not freedom. I think last time we hung out, you were saying that. You were like, I don't care who you are, what you really believe, as long as you're voting in the direction of freedom. And that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Especially lately.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of people who are on the right wing to some extent feel that way. Yeah. I mean, when we talk about these things, right, and it comes down to the just let me live my bloody life and I'll let you live yours. And as long as no one's encroaching upon my freedom and your freedom, and we can all, and I don't have to pay for it. That's the biggest one too, is I don't have to pay for it.
Right.
You do you. If that's I've always been on that.
Pay for it though, because
we do. Yeah.
But I think this is what's interesting though, because kind of connecting what you're saying now to a previous statement about how the medical community has been so wrong, kind of like how people tell you, well, I think the way you think, I just don't have the balls to say it. Maybe because my balls were medically removed.
Right. Or they might have been chopped off, I mean,
I might have been voluntarily.
And in that case, I get it. Like, stay in the corner and be scared. It's fine.
But also maybe just because I don't feel like I have the nerve to say this. And I think that that's the key thing, even with the vaccine stuff, is there has been a rudimentary base of people who genuinely say, look, data is present that shows that current pervading narratives are not actually accurate. And we need to do more research. Not even saying that what people are saying is false, just, hey, we need to do more research. Those people have been silenced. They've been shut down to the point to where people that might have spoken up if they gained traction now feel afraid and they don't want to share the information. And a lot of people they see through this. They see this as crazy.